Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be doing something a little bit different according to what is happening now. I know things are going crazy. We have all these raids and everything is going bananas with Eternitus. You need to do all these raids to get the candy, and it is going to tie into what I'm going to talk about in this video. So with that said, let's go ahead and just have a little talk. I have no script, no phone. I'm just going to be speaking right off the top of my dome here. So let's go ahead and get into it. All right. So to start this off, back in the day when the whole lockdown thing happened, Niantic unleashed, I should say, the unlimited remote raids. We were all having a blast. We were spending more money than we should have been spending. We were doing raids that we didn't even need to do. Raids that we didn't even want to do, and we were just still doing them because, well, it was unlimited and we're just having fun spending our money in this game. That continued on, and there were particular events where it was absolutely phenomenal, and then there was events where it was just kind of like lackluster. And they have brought it back, obviously, allowing us to have unlimited remote raids for particular events, as we're going to be seeing soon with Eternitus and other events in the future and in the past that we've had, right? All right, so when they did initially stop the unlimited remote raids, what happened was, they cut it from unlimited to 5 per day. And not only that, to add to insult to injury, they literally doubled the price of the remote raids. It was incredibly crazy. We were like, is this an error? What's going on here? And they came out and did an interview with Zoe Two Dots, that Michael guy, and they said that the value of the remote raids is worth more than the regular. That's why they should be costing more. Yeah, you were charging more before, and now you quite literally just double the price to pretty much discourage us to have some sort of control and narrative over the situation, I would assume. Okay, that's just my guess. Now, what happened when the transition did take place is a little thing called the Hear Us Niantic movement. Okay, Hear Us Niantic, right? That thing was a big, deal on a lot of social medias. If you're not aware, if you were not around when they did nerf it and then increase the price, people did come out with a rebuttal called Hear Us Niantic, which was kind of like an uproar to what they were doing and kind of to try to get them to reverse it. But Niantic held their ground, just like freaking, they said, the hell with it anymore. We're done. Okay. And we're going to keep it this price. And during that time, I personally, so let me back up just a couple of steps. Hear Us Niantic was moving forward. Everybody was screaming it. Pretty much all social media influencers were pushing this. Every single one, just about. I can't say every single one, but 99.9% were pushing for this because it was the narrative, and you would get lots of likes. Oh yeah, because that's what the people wanted to see. They wanted you to, go against the establishment, and I don't disagree. Yeah, it was crazy. But the only thing that I had a problem with, and I was not going with the flow, I was going against the flow. And the reason why is because I knew we would be coming to this point inevitably where a lot of these people who were saying, oh, Hear Us Niantic, we're not spending any more money. We need a change in the game. Just a bunch of hot air turned out to be just that, hot air. And they're back at it. And they've been back at it, okay? They have been back at it, grinding, traveling, playing. And again, not again, but I want to bring this up. I have nothing against that. You do what you got to do. You have a freaking blast and enjoy yourself. I just want to bring up the hypocrisy within all of this, okay? And the backlash that I received was unmatched. It was incredible. You all were attacking the hell out of me. Poke, you should be with them. Come on, Poke. It's not that I was with Niantic and that I was agreeing with them. It was the fact that I knew that all these people were fake as hell and they're going to hop right back into the game. You can go look up my tweets. I was having a blast calling it all out. I said, y'all are hopping on this bandwagon, social media influencer or not. Because there's a lot of people who are not a social media influencer who are spending a lot of money, and even more than some of these people who are actually making YouTube videos, okay? So you had the whole freaking food group all bunch into one, okay? And I was just saying, these people are full of crap. They're not gonna hold up to this. They're just freaking running their mouth. And that's exactly what happened. Time goes on, fast forward, right? Granted, I'm skipping over how much I was bashed. How much people just tore into me because, for one, people are looking for an excuse to tear into PokeAK. You guys love to attack me, let's be real. And two, they were looking for anybody who was going against their little agenda. And that's just the way it works on the internet and the world as a whole. For the internet, you can just say all kinds of dumbass random crap and then attack somebody in a group who's against your narrative, and you're gonna see no repercussions. I'm not like, okay, bring it on, punk, let's fight on the street. It's not like that. But you're not going, you can say whatever you want without anybody having to hold you accountable, you know, aside from like, you know, things that are gonna get you in trouble with the law, okay? So I was getting attacked left and right, all right? We're at that point, beautiful. And people just keep on going and going and going. And I stuck by my guns. I wasn't gonna apologize. I have nothing to apologize for. I was like, no, keep on attacking me. You all are gonna come back and keep paying for everything anyways. And guess what happened? That's what they did. And here we are with Eternitus. Brings me to the main point. Here we are with Eternitus or Eternimax, whatever, okay? This is why I didn't jump on the wagon, because I knew I was gonna keep on buying in the future. I knew it. And so do these social media people, okay? And so do these people who are not even on social media, who spend more than me, who have more stats and have crazier things than me, okay? I've slowed down, let's be real, all right? I don't need to take it that hard anymore. But all these people who are troping to, oh, slow it down, oh, we're not gonna be paying Niantic, oh, we're gonna be free to pay now. You're not free to pay. You're paying more than ever now. They're just a bunch of freaking fake assholes. So here we are with Eternimax raids, all right? In Eternitus with the Go Pass. These people are buying the deluxe version. They're buying things everywhere in between. They're buying tickets to travel to these in-person events. They're doing everything they can. And they're going to absolutely do as many of these raids as possible. And not just Eternitus or Eternimax, but they're doing everything in between while we're just sitting here while the event's going. They're just going to keep on going. That's just the way it is. Do you see? They're just a bunch of fakers. So I just want to put this out here. I really hope and I really appreciate all the people who stood by me, who understood where I was coming from, because I don't want to make it seem like all of you were against me. There were. A lot of you were. Let's be real. A lot of you were against me. But I did have a lot of supporters. But when it comes to me and having supporters, you guys, I'm gonna have to be honest with you here, okay? I'm gonna have to keep it 100. A lot of you like to slither back into the darkness, into the shadows, and say nothing because you don't want that PokeAK heat. You want to keep going along with everybody else, and you also want to just kind of move along with the crowd and be seemed as normal. You don't want to be pointed out as, oh, look at a PokeAK supporter, let's get him, because that's what it was back in the day. I had no apologies, don't give a damn. I'm not even going to get into the like capital T situation. Okay, you're like, oh, people are like acting all stupid. Well, what do you mean? Like I said that before in one of my, what do you mean capital T? The ones who the Transformers, all right? There you go. You happy? I have no, I'm not going to take back what I said. I didn't say anything wrong. I asked the question. Anyways, the point is, this whole video is to, you know, just watch out who you follow. And I see all of these people, most of you people out here, who these content creators and maybe even some of you watching, no offense, I mean, that's a pretty bad thing to do, to just insult the whole audience. I'm not trying to insult the whole audience, but let's be real, a lot of them were on their side, and I hear where you're coming from. You wanted change, I get it, but stick by it. You didn't stick by it, and I knew you weren't, and I knew everybody wasn't going to, and here we are, everybody's just purchasing, buying even more. We're about to have the most expensive freaking Pokemon in Pokemon Go enter, and you all are about to just go in all hard. Now, I can't say all of you. I see the comments. There's a lot of you who are free to play, or like you're just going to collect it and you're done. I get it. But for every one of you who says no, there's another 2 people who are saying yes. Okay? This is why they don't care anymore, and they do not need to answer to the public anymore. Okay? All right? So anyway, I just wanted to bring this up. You're like, what's the point of this video? Well, just watch who you're watching, right? Listen to what they're really listening to, okay? Because your body and your mind are your most important things, and if you're gonna just let those things just freaking be exposed to all kinds of garbage, and you're just gonna absorb any kind of information without thinking and go along with the freaking crowd, then you're never gonna be an individual. You're never gonna be able to think for yourself. I'm getting a little too deep. The point is, I just wanted to bring this up because here we are several years later, and they're spending more money than they were in the past. Bunch of hypocrisy and fakers. It's a bunch of jokers. Okay? At the end of the day, I'm not saying, oh, I'm the only real one out here. You got a couple of real ones, for sure. I ain't gonna name names, but they're out here. You got a couple of real ones. But just watch what you're doing. Watch who you're following. I know a lot of you don't give a damn. You're just out here for entertainment. That's perfectly fine. You can just go through life, you know, just going with the current. But for the rest of us, let's make our own path. Let's make our own cabin on the side of the path of the river or whatever, and actually have our own free thought. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all next time. Take care.
God, it's him. They've overrun the lower levels. Corporate says we should let them through. What? Why? You can't be here. I'm serious, that guy doesn't scare me. I'd like to see him try.